Yo. Boy, you ain't hearing what happened to me last night, boy. I was in the jam, by walking on this thing, by whining on this thing, by choking on this thing, by giving out this sweetness, by all up on this thing. And then the lights went out. What happened? GB gone. By get him the GB walk up in the dark. Y'all walk up in the dark. By get him the GB walk up in the dark. Y'all walk up in the dark. By pelt on anything because you can't see. Y'all walk on anything because you can't see. By pelt on anything because you can't see. Y'all walk on anything because you can't see. Hey, I was in the jam, all and it thing. But she was looking good at top 10 tight thing. But she had on a short pants, a real tight short pants, a red color short pants. But that was a short pants, and then she started to push back, and then I started to brace up, to hold that, and then she started to walk up. Like that, the lights start to flicker. I was like, what's that? What happened? GB gone. But get him the GB walk up in the dark. Y'all walk up in the dark. But get him the GB walk up in the dark. Y'all walk up in the dark. Hey. My pelt on anything.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. What is happening on St. Martin now? I think we have to make sure we pay attention to what is going on now. I think now is what we need for a stable government. Now is what is going to bring St. Martin to better heights now. That's all I have for now, but hey, that's all I have for now. I love it. Anyway, the Now Party is here, and it is an actual party. It is the Christopher Emmanuel Party, and they launched on Monday, October the 10th, to a full house at the John Lamini Center, and you could see the people that was there. Well, most of them was kind of like hiding a little bit because it was like, if my other party see me here, boy, I don't know what's going on. And also, you know, the big surprise for the launch was, believe it or not, the President of Parliament was there supporting the No Party. And that is, of course, the worst President of Parliament in St. Martin history. Krisha Heiliger Martin. She was present. Does it mean that she's going to be on the No Party? I hope so for her sake. But in any case, Christopher Emmanuel launched the party to a full house. And we have to say congratulations, because then we have another political party to the fold of the many political parties who's going to try to convince you for you to vote for them for the next elections for the Parliament of St. Martin. Not the Council of Ministers, not the police force, not the Council of Advice, not Romy, Parliament, because it's a parliamentary elections. So they can't fix your road. They can't lessen crime. All they could do is write legislation. Food for thought. In any case, the Now Party, what does it stand for? No idea. Hopefully soon it's going to come to me, and I'm going to remember it, and I'll be able to say it over and over. But for now, we're just going to stick to the now. All right? Big surprise of the night, of course, was suspended Member of Parliament Claudius Boncampo joining the fold. He says he has a home now, and the home is now. And we got to make changes now. And I hope he's going to get unsuspended now, because he's still suspended. But he's planning on running for the next elections. I want to know how that's going to work, because I know the prosecutors told him, gave him in his verdict, is that he can't be in public office for about 7 years. But again, there's an appeal process going on. So therefore, based on how long the appeal will take place, he can get re-elected, but then he would still not be eligible to go into Parliament because he was convicted in the first instance. So we'll have a re-elected suspended member of parliament. No, re-elected incoming member of parliament who's suspended. St. Martin is a real place. I love it. But again, this is up to you. It's up to you. Don't let me discourage you. So the reasoning behind him joining the Now Party, let's find out why.
What we have ain't working now. So we gotta find a solution to fix it now. You see how easy that word now is? I feel like eating now. I feel like working now. I feel like dancing now. Everything is now. But now stands for nation, opportunity, and development. That's a difference. Now, I don't know Christopher from the family side. I don't know Christopher from growing up on the French side. I don't know Christopher got a lot of family on the French side, and they could cook. I find that out when I happen to a meeting. Or they drag me through Concordia. I swear to God, I get robbed. If I didn't watch out because I didn't know where I was going. I was just driving back and tell me there, go another place. And I ain't gonna say who take me on this wild goose chase. But it was a good goose chase. I met Christopher back, I think it was in 2015. He was in Parliament and this whole rainforest thing came and I gave Christopher some questions to ask. And when things got so hot on the floor of Parliament, the bottom and told Christopher, ask Bon Camper for the answers. No, he wrote those questions. But that's where the relationship started. And Christopher became a minister of the ministry I worked for, Vromi. And that was not an easy ministry. As you can see, the minister today feels that every day. It is one of the most difficult ministries to handle because you touch people every day. Everything you do is on the street, be it in a comment, be it in whatever it is. But Christopher had a way of pushing through what he believed was the thing to do. While we disagreed quite often, I said my job is to give you advice, good advice. So I'm going to give it to you now. What you do with it, that's up to you as minister. But we forged a friendship, a trust with each other that was second to none. So when I met Christopher in Parliament in 2020, it wasn't too difficult to guess how we would work together. That was easy. That was the easy part. Understanding each other was the easy part. Everything was going good until I declared myself independent. Because that means I had no home to go to. And I started talking to a lot of people. Slowly but surely, I started feeling footing, grounding. Let me just say clear, because I don't want nobody to misunderstand why I'm standing here tonight. I'm standing here so those in the back of the room will hear it too. I am running now. No ifs and buts about that anymore. No ifs and buts about that. And the reason I did this, the reason I decided to say tonight, is because elections closer than you all believe. Because everybody smoking something. Not the legal thing yet, but smoking something. And no matter what happens, I think Sue just said it right. If you believe in it now, it's going to happen now.
Okay, the moment of truth. Let's hear from the leader of the Now Party, Savage Chris. And of course, you know, he gave his normal, usual.
Why it is you must reach the age of 40, 50, and 60 to own your own house in your own country. Why? Are we going to fix that? We're going to fix that. We have a plan to fix that, and we're going to fix it now. So if you don't take this nation and build on the people, build people, you're going nowhere. You have no country. Your asset is your people. That's your asset. You have to strengthen your people. And how do you do that? You give them opportunities. I have a plan that and I can strengthen my government-owned companies. I can strengthen Telem. I can strengthen the harbor. I can strengthen GEBE. I can strengthen the airport. We can create another government-owned company that creates and generates and builds all the infrastructure in this country that belongs to us. That when we need help, that when we need money, because we can't borrow, but we have strengthened them that they can borrow from us. It's a plan. It can work. It can work. And that's why I said we are in the trenches. We are in the ashes. We are at the bottom. But we can rise. Why? Because there's hope. Because there's hope. One thing we have never tried. We have never tried giving one party the mandate to govern this country. We have never tried it. We have never tried giving them an outright victory to govern this country. When you create your own, and you own your own, you are only responsible for your own, and you're responsible for them now.
This is how we're looking. We have Christopher Emmanuel, number 1. Number 2, we would have Claudius Boncampo. And then number 3, maybe, Krisha Heiliger Martin. He would make a team. I thought I would never, ever in the history of St. Martin say those 2 words together, Emmanuel and Heiliger. Those 2 in one camp. Like imagine Theo and Krisha going to a public meeting of now and Chris just going like, yes, and the Heiliger, no, well, not these Heiligers, but you know, Wati, oh no, that's your grandfather. Okay, wait, hold on. The DP, oh shucks, no, you come from there. Hold on. We gonna be much better now. It's gonna be very nice. I tell you, it's gonna be fun. Now, it's gonna be very fun. All right, let's move on to our other news. The governor of St. Martin, Baly, Ajamu Baly. First of all, I think we have, for the first time in St. Martin history, the most gangster, and when I say gangster, I'm talking about gangster governor in St. Martin history. The man is my new hero. He gave a killer speech at the the solemn meeting of Parliament on Monday. You know, he gave basically a whole family tree as to why he's qualified to be the governor of St. Martin, because many was like, Baly, Ajamu, where he from? He from here? What going on? So he went in. He was like, okay, so let me tell you about my ancestors. Let me tell you about my family and who used to walk to Cul-de-Sac and walk back to Great Bay. He didn't even say Phillipsburg. He said Great Bay and the whole history, and the French side, the Dutch side, the man more St. Martin than more St. Martiners out there. It was good, I must say. He even get a standing ovation after. And normally, you know, MPs, they just lazy and they just sit down and don't do nothing, but they actually stood and they was like, this is a breath of fresh air. Let me stop talking, and here is your highlight of the governor's speech.
If we all play our part, take action in the best interest of all our people, and pay our fair share, the wealth of this village can be distributed more fairly, and every single individual will be able to provide for their family with dignity. Providing continuous enhancement of the quality of life of our people. In the words of the poet S.C. Carter, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. End quote. Semper Progrediens. 2. servant leadership, the best interests of the people. Let that genuinely be our North Star, our lighthouse on dark, desolate waters, our compass, and in our day and age, our Google, Alexa, Siri, it shall be mine. So to be clear, this is why we serve, for our village, its villagers, its greatest asset, for their progress. True progress is only achieved when every single one of us has that equal opportunity to do so. When all in society do not have equal opportunity to prosper, we all fail. Ensuring that the vulnerable within our society are cared for is essential in this. The elderly, the youth, those living with a disability, and those living in poverty. This just to name a few. The topic of mental health is also not to be forgotten in this aspect. 3, financial independence via enhanced sound financial management. Continued improvement of our financial management is needed in order to create fruitful ground for economic and social development. 4, increasing our human capital. We have to continue investing in the youth, and as a result, they and society shall reap the benefits far into their retirement age. And 5, greater self-sustainability. In order to be less susceptible to external shocks, we have to lessen our dependency on imports where possible. Think of alternative energy, produce, and fisheries. In my role as governor, I am here to support government, irrespective of party lines. Know that each and every one of you can count on my support, for I am here to serve on behalf of the people. In respect to my dual role as representative of the King in the capacity of head of government and representative of the kingdom government, I shall, at all times, focus on remaining impartial, and I shall always, always take action in every and all matters in the best interest of and for the well-being of St. Martin and its people. This in line with the oath I have taken. I am here to support government, irrespective of party lines. Know that each and every one of you can count on my support, for I am here to serve on behalf of the people. In respect to my dual role as representative of the King in the capacity of head of government and representative of the kingdom government, I shall, at all times, focus on remaining impartial, and I shall always, always take action in every and all matters in the best interest of and for the well-being of St. Martin and its people. This in line with the oath I have taken. I would like to thank the St. Martin government and the kingdom government for the confidence placed in me. I thank all those who have supported me, continue to support me, and have pledged to support me in the future in one way or the other. I won't mention names, you know who you are. Well, I must mention a few. Yeah. As I embark on this journey, I am supported by my village, my wife Shanique, our children, Jared and Chloe, my parents, Joyce Baly, and my father, Glenn Romney, the rest of my family, and my friends. Although this function, I've been told, is a lonely one, I know I will not be able to carry it out with your support. So I thank you. Without your support, I'm sorry. Did I say with your support? My apologies. Just seeing if you're still up. Okay. To Governor Holiday, mention has been made in the past couple of weeks of filling of shoes, and the like. With all the respect due to you, I prefer the African proverb that says, wisdom is like fire. One takes it from the other. So thank you, Excellency, for passing on the torch of wisdom. I shall do my utmost to keep the fire burning. In closing, we are indebted to our ancestors, to those who did the right thing then in order for us to stand here today. And we owe it to those to come after us so they too may stand on higher ground. Our gaze must always remain focused on the long term, on the perpetual forward motion of our nation, our people. Sincerely being the best you can every day and giving of your talents for the betterment of the greater good. Striving for excellence and being good whilst doing so.
Gangster governor. I love it. 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 Now, from what I'm understanding is the living situation of the governor. From what I hear is that the governor say, listen, I don't want to go nowhere. I stay in my house. My house is in Dutch Quarter, and are you for the first time ever going to have a governor from Dutch Quarter? So we have a governor from Dutch Quarter, people. Or you put some respect on Dutch Quarter name, please. From now on, listen, we're in trouble, you know, because we always used to go towards which district is ghetto. I think we're gonna have to switch it. We're gonna have to say Bel Air ghetto, or we're gonna have to say somebody have to take it. Somebody have to take that because Dutch Quarter is royalty now, literally royalty, because the governor from Dutch Quarter. I can't even make Dutch Quarter jokes no more. I don't know. Colby? Yeah, Colby gonna get it. It's gonna have to be Colby. Somebody going to get it. Can't be Town. Yeah, I'm thinking. Or I just go easy and go French Quarter or Sandy Ground, you know, that's easy for me to just go there quick because it's on the other side of the island. Anyway, congratulations to our new governor, Governor Baly, and of course, we'll see. He got appointed for 5 years, and then there's an option for him to be reappointed again. So it could be 5 years or 6 years? 6 years, I think it's 6. Either way, there's an option for him to get reappointed afterwards. So he's gonna be here for a while. He's gonna be here for a while. Yes, welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
Are you ready to represent your side as JW3 Jam Where We Want presents Versus Part 2? Who are you rolling with? A head-to-head battle of rhythm, bass, and drive, all in one night, featuring from AXA Anguilla, Latest and Exodus HD.
Say it with your chest, oh yes.
And from Sugar City Sing Kicks, none other than Grandmasters. With a round one matchup of St. Martin's very own official band, versus No Limit.
Impressive.
Plus DJ Big Boss and Maestro versus King Kimbe and Sexer. It all goes down at APS Parking Lot, also known as Tellem's Parking Lot, on Saturday, October 22nd from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Tickets are $15 for early bird, $20 in advance, and more at the gate. Tickets are available via the K-Band app. Picture the studio on the Bush Road and at Van Dorp in Madam Estate. JW3 on Saturday, October 22nd presents Versus Part 2. Who you rolling with?
Flawless victory.